Hey, Sylvie Curry here, Lady of Q. Today I'm going to be grilling up a tri-tip here on my kettle. It's a very hot day, reached almost 100 degrees out here today, so I don't want to turn any heat source on in the kitchen. We're going to grill up this tri-tip using a two-step process, get it to an internal temperature 110 to 112, then finish it off on the sear to get it up to a medium rare. About 125 is when we'll pull it off. Let's do this. Here's our tri-tip. It's actually on the small side. Some areas it's probably about an inch thick and then pretty thin along this edge. Got the grains going this way and then they start to going that way. So you have to be aware of that when you're getting ready to slice it up, because you don't want to keep on going across and get to this point and still do the same way. You'll be going the wrong way with the grain. You want to always go cross grain. I didn't have to do much trimming on it. It was trimmed fairly well by the butcher. I'll turn it over and show you this is the fat side, and that's the only little patch they left, so I figured no need in removing it, I'll just leave it there. So I'm going to start off, actually let me turn it over. I'm going to start off by putting some Worcestershire sauce on there. And let's just add another level of flavor to it. Oh, there's a little edge I should have cut off. We'll see how it cooks up. I've got some seasoning, and today I'm going to be using Simply Marvelous Peppered Cow. That's it. That's the Worcestershire. And we'll make sure we get that generously all over this tri-tip. Make sure you get the edges. I'll turn that over and we'll give some swishes of the Worcestershire to the other side. I'm going to take the pepper cow and do another generous coat of the seasoning. I use this seasoning on my brisket too. It's fantastic. I love it. It's got a little salt in it itself, so it's not without salt. It's well balanced. Let me see, what has it got? Seasonings include paprika, salt, dry honey, dehydrated garlic, dehydrated onion, brown sugar, and some other things to prevent caking and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to let this sit here on the counter. I'm getting ready to go on the kettle to do the cook. And we'll be back when we're ready to put it on. I'm going to put this tri-tip on the smoker. I've got a temperature probe in it, and I've had the temperature set for 110. I'm going to put this about right there. And I've got a little bit of rosemary and thyme I'm just going to put on top of it. See what it do. We're going to let this go until that temperature probe tells me it's time to make a change. Currently, that tri-tip is at 51 degrees. It had been sitting out on the kitchen counter for a little over a half hour. We've hit 110, so I'm going to take this probe out to start. And we're going to move this tri-tip over to the searing section. Now this tray is very, very hot, and I know that. It shouldn't take very long. Hear that sizzle? also put some mushrooms on here to cook. I'm going to put some corn on here also. I'm going to move the corn over here. $1.15. Give that a couple, not even a minute. Take that off. Okay, we got everything off. Yeah, it's hot. Go inside and let it rest. I'm glad that you guys are able to join me on this tri-tip cook. It went very well, came out to a nice medium rare, and I'm happy. The color on it is fantastic. The taste is great. Hey, dinner was great.